Good evening, I'm Ann Nyberg.
And I'm Darren Kramer. A victory for some state workers accused of ripping off relief money meant for Tropical Storm Irene victims.
40 of the workers are getting their jobs back, but the Malloy administration is warning them it's not over yet. News 8's Jamie Muro is live tonight at News 8 Control with more on the decision that the state may appeal. Jamie?
Well, and as you mentioned, good news for some, but a spokesman for Governor Dannel Malloy says employees who committed the most egregious violations are still waiting for their cases to be heard. Meanwhile, those cleared are ready for work.
First there was the storm, then the storm of controversy that followed.
I didn't think about it as, oh, let me go steal some money from the state. You give them your driver's license. You have my social security number. You can find me.
It's called Disaster Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or DSNAP. The aim was to help people get anywhere from a few $100 to more than $1,000 in food aid following Tropical Storm Irene. Social worker Lynn was one such person.
Received the benefit, and I never thought about it again.
More than 100 state employees tied to getting improper benefits either were fired or resigned following a state investigation prompted by Governor Dannel Malloy. But a state arbitrator says 40 of those people can now resume work provided they pay full restitution to the state along with a suspension. There was no evidence of intentional fraud.
But also just understand that no one's been let off the hook at all. And for people not to be able to recover back pay is in a situation like this is pretty big.
I'm not going to steal $700 when I have 22 years on the line.
I liken it to a slap on the hand from a parent saying, hey, don't use foul language.
Aid comes from taxpayer dollars, so News 8 wanted to get a few opinions on the arbitrator's decision.
They shouldn't have done it in the first place. That's the real thing. But I think it's fair, as long as they got their job back.
If they did actually defraud them, no, they don't deserve their jobs back.
The governor is exploring whether there's a legal recourse of action to take in an appeal. Meanwhile, Lynn, having learned from a big mistake, is ready to go back to work.
I think it's fair because I did do something wrong. I didn't intentionally go out to do something wrong, but in hindsight, I shouldn't have received the benefit. And so I'll take the suspension and I'll go back to work.
Now, the Office of Labor Relations will review each of the arbitrator's decisions. We're live at News 8 Control tonight. I'm Jamie Muro, News 8.
All right, Jamie, thanks. You want to sound off on this story or anything else, you can call our Voice of the People hotline at 203-212-WTNH, and we'll air some of your messages weekdays at the end of our 5:30 p.m. newscast.